Play guitar better by playing smarter with Guitar Smarts in 30 3-minute lessons. Here's one of 30 different things I wish all guitar players knew. So let's get started. Flats and sharps, part 1. There are 7 letters in the musical alphabet. Just 7, that's it. Every chord and every note on every fret of your guitar has a name, and that name starts with one of those 7 letters. They are A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Note that B and C as well as E and F have a special relationship on your guitar. I'll show you more about that in a moment. Here's a blank guitar fretboard. Notice the bottom lines or strings are thicker than the top lines or strings. When your guitar is in playing position, the lower sounding strings, or thicker ones, are closer to your head. These are represented here on the fretboard, and the higher sounding strings, or thinner ones, are up here. So our fretboard is really upside down, but you'll get used to it. So let's look at the A string. It's the second lowest string on the guitar. The open string by itself is the A note. Here are those same 7 letters from A to G. Notice they are not all equally spaced apart. Remember B and C as well as E and F? You can see that there is no empty fret between them as there are between A and B, or C and D, or even D and E, and so on. The spaces or fret in between all have names as well. Just remember that there are no spaces or frets between B and C as well as E and F. By the way, when all 7 letters are used in a string, they repeat. Back to A, and so on, all the way up to G. Oh, and there's a space or fret between G and A as well. Now, if we read from left to right starting at A, this is how we name the frets. Starting with the open string A, then the first fret becomes A sharp. Then you have B and C, then the next fret becomes C sharp. Then D, you guessed it, the next fret is D sharp. Then E and F, followed by F sharp, then G, followed by G sharp. Then we start all over again at A. Pretty easy. So what if we read from the red A and go backwards? In other words, from right to left. What do we call those same spaces or frets now? Well, after the A is A flat. G is followed by G flat, then F followed by E. After E is E flat, then, you guessed it, D, D flat, C followed by B, then B flat, and back to where we started, A. What do we know after all this? Well, we know that each sharp note has a flat name and vice versa. B flat is also A sharp, D flat is also C sharp, E flat is also D sharp, G flat is also F sharp, A flat is also G sharp. So today's Guitar Smarts takeaway is in 4 parts. There are only 7 letters in the music alphabet on the guitar or any instrument. There are extra spaces or frets between these letters called sharps and flats. The letters B and C as well as E and F do not have those extra spaces or frets between them. The A string, that's the 5th string on your guitar, is the smart place to start learning about sharps and flats.